Greetings one, greetings all. So headway was made last night. It was rather tedious, but I managed to get all of the bogie wheels and the drive axles rebuilt. So that phase of the process is done. Now comes the fun part. Well, I still have to press the bearings onto the drive shafts. But now comes the fun part. I was talking in my last video on how I'm going to have to modify this track to have it work well with the drive cogs from the 1974 Skidoo Olympic donor sled. First thing I have to do is cut the track. And then I have to lay it out, measure how long I need the track to be. And then I have to go and make little slotted pieces of metal to fit into the cog drive openings to make them smaller so the track doesn't shift from left to right. I am looking forward to that like a hole in the head. And then there's the very real possibility that this track that I bought is too tall. There's not enough clearance in the tunnel for the track. The original sled had a wimpy track with small lugs on it, so the clearance between the top of the drive cogs and the tunnel is not very high, and it could be that this track that has studs and 3-inch quarter high or 3/4 inch high paddles on it might rub on the underside of the tunnel. And I won't know that until I get the track in there all tightened up and put weight on the machine and see what happens. Like I said before, at this rate I'll never have this thing done before the end of winter. Right now we're in a thaw. Right now, a spring thaw. It's averaging anywhere from the 30s to the 50s for temperature. Today I had rain. It's melting the snow fast, and it's going to soften up that ice really quick. And there's a very real possibility this thing will not see ice fishing this year, and I will be pissed, especially if I get it all done and there's no safe ice conditions and I can't even go out and use it. There's a lot left on the list to do. Right now my focus is on the driveline system, namely the track, so we're working on that. That has to be completed. Track has to be installed. My clutch, my torque converter needs to come in from China or wherever it is after being decontaminated from the coronavirus, and that has to get installed. And then I have to install the drive chain and the secondary sprocket to transfer the power down to the track. And then I have to come up with an electrical system that will power my lights and my gauges and my switches and everything like that. I have to install my handlebar controls, brake and throttle. I have to finish cutting and bending the skins for the hood, and then I have to install those, and then I have to paint them, and then I have to apply the decals. There's a lot left to do on the checklist. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried. Spent a lot of time out in the shop to the chagrin of a few people. And you know who you are. So, it is what it is. So, today's mission, should I choose to accept it, and I do, is to cut the track, lay it out next to the old track that I've already cut to the length I need, cut the new track to that length, and press the bearings onto the axle shafts, What else? The back rack is painted, so I can mount that, bolt it down. Oh crap, I missed a spot. Some bitch. Got more painting to do. And then I can bolt that down. Yeah, so there's a few things I can get done tonight. So I'm going to get at it. I'll check in as I go, and we'll see how far I get.